Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Mythbusters. We're going to cover everything from Mirana arrows to Druid Healing 101, so without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing we wanted to test out was actually two things relating to how to get around evasion. Now, the first one is that critical hits from Lycan, assassins, or things like Daedalus actually go through evasion. After testing this out with assassins, it turns out that this one is confirmed. You can see here that against the level 25 neutral creeps that are granted 75% evasion, the crits go right through and they melt super quickly against 6 assassins. The second one we wanted to try out was that when units are stunned, they actually lose their evasion. You can see here we set up sort of a firing squad, and at first a lot of these arrows are missing. However, when Tide's ult goes off, all of them start to hit. So it turns out that this one is actually true too. When units with evasion are stunned, all of your attacks will hit. Now we move on to Mirana, a hero that's not seeing a ton of playtime right now. I heard a while back that Mirana arrows could hit multiple targets, but I never saw it in action while playing. This one took a long time to figure out, but it was a lot of fun. We ran a ton of different setups and battles, and round after round, we could see no sign of this actually being true. Until this one. In Underlords, all the units move on paths instead of jumping around like an auto chess, so there are actually times with diagonal movements when two heroes very briefly occupy the exact same space at once. You can see in the top left, if we really slow this down, that a single arrow from a level 3 Mirana hits both Axe and Tusk at the same time, doing 1800 damage each. Now, we know it's not from the other Mirana because 1800 damage is the level 3 arrow damage. And again, if you really slow it down, the other arrow actually flies right by. We really had to search for this, so that shows you how uncommon this was. After hundreds of arrows flying around, round after round, this was the one that we actually found where this happened. So don't rely on it too much actually playing the game. Finally, we have a super quick one on Druid Healing. With Treant, his skill description for Leech Seed clearly says that when the enemy unit it applies to dies, it stops healing. And this works as intended in the game. But the question we want to clarify here is, does Enchantress stop healing after death as well? The answer is no. You can see in the graph on the left that Enchantress continues to heal with her wisps well after she is dead. That wasn't always the case, but it was changed in a recent patch. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you have questions you want answered or have seen weird interactions in your own Underlords games, feel free to let us know in the comments and we'll be happy to test them out for you. Until next time.